Hi, welcome back. Kidocracy is a philosophy that I have been developing, watching tendencies in the 21st century. It is also a bricolage, that is, a concept created from ideas from diverse philosophical sources. So far, I have spoken of everyone is an artist, polymorphous perversity, the gift, and the philosophy of expenditure. And today I'll be speaking of minoritarianism and base materialism. Let me start with an example. In the film I Am Greta, we see her father chaperoning her around Europe. He offers editorial advice, which is rejected. He offers food, which is rejected. He urges her to rest, and that is difficult as well. It is not easy being him. And if you're wondering about his job, turns out the breadwinner of the family is Greta's mother. And even she had to scale back her work because of giving up flying, because of Greta. Perhaps the most powerful members of the family are the pets, not to mention the wild animals in the forest and the million species at risk of extinction because of global heating. This is a family that has become minor, or is practicing becoming minor. That is, when stronger entities identify with and affiliate with the more vulnerable. Minoritarianism, or becoming minor, is a concept developed by Gilles Deleuze and Félix Guattari, who criticized the concept of majority. To quote from their book, A Thousand Plateaus, Capitalism and Schizophrenia, the majority in a government presupposes the right to vote, and not only is established among those who possess that right, but is exercised over those who do not, however great their numbers. Similarly, the majority in the universe assumes a pre-given the right and power of man. In this sense, women, children, but also animals, plants, and molecules are minoritarian. It is perhaps the special situation of women in relation to the man standard that accounts for the fact that becomings, being minoritarian, always pass through becoming woman. For Deleuze and Guattari, becoming minoritarian is ethical action to avoid becoming fascist. The example of patriarchy provides an illustration of what a minority is. Women may be a majority in numbers, but in terms of power, they're a minority. Likewise, the 99%. A numerical majority, but in terms of power, a minority. While Greta's family illustrates minoritarian thinking, the standard issue male adult of the global north is framed hilariously in the film I Am Greta. You could say the film frames adult supremacy that is inherent in majoritarian thinking. When Greta arrives with other young activists to see Macron, she is greeted by Macron's aide, and he asks her whether she has met the political leaders of Sweden. And she says no. And you can see in his discomfort the typical adult supremacist thinking, which is that you have to work your way up, even in activism. But here were these kids storming the Bastille of political power. She is patronized and blackballed by many in the film, and you have to see it for that. But the best example of majoritarian thinking comes from Putin. Nobody has explained to Greta that the modern world is complex, different, and developing quickly. People in Africa or Asian countries want to live at the same level of wealth as Sweden, whereas the environmentalists want to teach Swedes and the global north how to live more like people in Asia and Africa with a low carbon footprint. The concept of base materialism overlaps with minoritarianism quite a bit. George Bataille formulated it to overthrow the idealism inherent in mainstream materialism. There's a scene in Taking Woodstock that captures it very well. After the concert, there were rains and mud everywhere, but people took that chance to slide down a slope, liberating a sense of joy in that return to the earth. Which leads me to the documentary How to Change the World, which is about the birth of Greenpeace, where you see a bunch of young people taking a boat, going to an island, having psychedelic experiences, and then going off to save the whales from commercial fishermen. And in the more recent film Angry Inuk by the director Alethea Anakuk-Barrell, who challenges Greenpeace for endangering the traditional livelihood of the Inuit people. That includes seal hunting and fur trade. She points out that the seals are not an endangered species, and an Inuit mother proudly shows her son eating raw meat. Both films are minoritarian, but Angry Inuk emphasizes our rootedness in the base matter of this planet more and refuses to be idealized into giving up seal hunting. Which reminds me of a scene in the film Bedara Kannappa, in which the indigenous lover of Shiva is persecuted for bringing meat into the temple as an offering, thereby contaminating the temple. In the next video, I will talk about the fifth concept of kidocratic education, molar to molecular. Till then, bye.